Love it or hate it, TikTok has been one of the most influential apps of the past decade. From viral dance challenges to newsworthy political debates, it has changed how we consume and create content. But as of January 19, 2025, the app is officially banned in the United States. What led to this drastic measure? And what does this mean for the millions of users and creators who rely on TikTok for entertainment and income? In this video, we'll explore the story behind TikTok's ban in the US, the impact on the digital landscape, and what this means for the future of social media. But we'll also dive into some of the more controversial theories surrounding this ban. Could companies like Meta have a hand in this? And how does this all fit into the ongoing tensions between the US and China? TikTok was launched in 2016 by ByteDance, a Chinese tech company. Initially, it was released in China under the name Douyin, and then, in 2017, it expanded internationally as TikTok. The app quickly became a sensation, especially in the US, thanks to its unique format. With its algorithm-driven feed, users were hooked on endless streams of short-form videos, from dance challenges and lip-syncing to comedy sketches and educational content. TikTok appealed to everyone, but it was particularly popular among teenagers and young adults. By 2020, TikTok was one of the most downloaded apps in the world, boasting over 2 billion global downloads. In the US alone, there were an estimated 170 million users by 2024. It wasn't just an app, it was a cultural force. TikTok wasn't only about entertainment. It shaped music charts, launched political movements, and allowed creators to go viral, making household names of influencers like Charli D'Amelio, Bella Poarch, and Zach King. But with TikTok's success came growing concerns, particularly from US lawmakers and national security experts. The primary concern? ByteDance's Chinese ownership. In China, tech companies are heavily regulated, and the government has access to data collected by these companies. Critics worried that TikTok could be used to gather personal information on US citizens, especially given the vast amount of data the app collects, everything from location data and browsing history to personal preferences. The question at the heart of the debate was whether the Chinese government could force ByteDance to hand over this data, and whether that posed a threat to US national security. Could TikTok be spying on Americans? Were US citizens' data being compromised? This concern wasn't just limited to lawmakers. National security agencies like the FBI and the CIA raised red flags. The more TikTok grew in popularity, the more the scrutiny intensified. The US government's response. In 2020, former President Donald Trump took the first steps toward addressing these security concerns. He signed an executive order threatening to ban TikTok in the US unless ByteDance sold the app's American operations to a US-based company. The US government's demand to sell TikTok's operations set the stage for a legal battle. Despite fierce opposition from ByteDance and the TikTok community, the US government pressed on. TikTok argued that it posed no national security risk, insisting that it stored US user data on US servers and that the Chinese government did not have access to it. But the Trump administration wasn't convinced. The battle over TikTok continued to rage in the courts, and eventually, the Biden administration inherited the issue. In 2024, President Joe Biden signed a new piece of legislation aimed at addressing the growing concerns about TikTok's data collection practices. The legislation was part of a broader effort to regulate foreign tech companies operating in the U.S., with a specific focus on data privacy and national security. The new law gave ByteDance an ultimatum: either sell TikTok's U.S. operations or face a full ban. The ban enforced. Fast forward to January 18, 2025. Despite ByteDance's efforts to reach a compromise, the U.S. government officially moved to enforce the TikTok ban. The U.S. Supreme Court upheld the decision, and the app was immediately removed from both the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Users in the U.S. who tried to access TikTok were met with messages informing them that the app was no longer available. The shutdown took effect across the country, marking the end of TikTok's operation on U.S. soil. This was a significant move. TikTok had been part of the daily lives of millions, especially creators who relied on the platform to generate income. The ban was particularly impactful for influencers who had built careers through TikTok. It also affected small businesses that use the app to advertise and reach customers. Impact on creators and users. The immediate impact was devastating for creators who had built massive followings on the platform. For influencers like Charli D'Amelio, Addison Rae, and others, TikTok had been more than just a social media app. It was a career. Many had turned their viral success into partnerships, sponsorships, and business ventures, earning millions of dollars through brand deals and merchandise sales. Without TikTok, many creators were left scrambling to find new platforms to continue their work. Small businesses, too, were hit hard. TikTok had become one of the most effective platforms for marketing, offering a direct way to reach customers. From local stores to large brands, businesses had invested heavily in TikTok to build their brands. The sudden ban left them without one of their most effective marketing tools. The political reactions to the ban were swift. President-elect Donald Trump, who had pushed for the ban years earlier, suggested that a 90-day grace period might be granted for TikTok to divest from ByteDance. However, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle remained firm on the issue. U.S. senators, particularly those focused on national security, praised the decision to ban the app, emphasizing the need to protect American citizens' data from foreign governments. On the other hand, there were those who saw the ban as a step too far. Critics argued that banning TikTok was an overreaction and that it set a dangerous precedent for government intervention in digital spaces. They pointed out that banning the app could have serious ramifications for free speech and creativity, especially considering that millions of users were left without a platform they loved and relied on. The Meta connection: was there a business motivation? As TikTok continued to rise in popularity, it wasn't just the US government that had concerns. One of TikTok's biggest competitors, Meta, formerly Facebook, had been feeling the pressure. Meta's own platforms, Facebook and Instagram, were losing younger audiences to TikTok, and it was clear that TikTok's format was outperforming Instagram's Reels in many ways. Could Meta have a hand in this? Could the tech giant have used its influence to push the US government to take action? While there's no concrete evidence to suggest Meta directly orchestrated the TikTok ban, it's not hard to imagine that the growing competition between the two companies played a role. Meta has long been in a battle for dominance in social media, and with TikTok offering a fresh and engaging format, Meta's platforms were facing an uphill battle in retaining their user base. As TikTok continued to siphon away users and attention, Meta may have seen the ban as an opportunity to level the playing field. US versus China, the bigger picture. Beyond business rivalries, the TikTok ban is also deeply intertwined with the ongoing geopolitical tensions between the US and China. This isn't just a battle over an app, it's part of a larger struggle over global influence, technology, and data. With China's growing technological power and its ambitions on the global stage, the US has been increasingly wary of Chinese tech companies. TikTok, as a Chinese-owned app that collects vast amounts of data, became a symbol of the broader concerns about China's role in the tech world. The TikTok ban is just one chapter in a broader narrative about the future of global tech, data sovereignty, and national security. While many view the ban as necessary to protect American citizens, others argue that it is a form of digital protectionism, aimed at limiting the influence of Chinese technology in the US. This is especially significant as China has become a global leader in areas like artificial intelligence, 5G technology, and cybersecurity. The future of TikTok in the US. As of now, the future of TikTok in the US remains uncertain. Although President Trump has suggested a potential reprieve, it's unclear if the ban will be permanent or if ByteDance will eventually find a way to navigate the legal and political hurdles. Other social media platforms, like Instagram and YouTube, are already vying for the attention of displaced TikTok creators, launching new features to replicate TikTok's success. Meanwhile, TikTok users are flocking to alternative platforms, like Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and others. While these platforms offer similar short-form video features, there's no doubt that TikTok's unique style and community are irreplaceable. Only time will tell if TikTok can return to the US or if it will fade into history as another casualty of geopolitical tensions and business rivalries. TikTok's ban in the US is a landmark moment in the history of social media. It highlights the intersection of technology, politics, and security in the digital age. While the platform's influence on entertainment and culture is undeniable, the concerns about data privacy and national security are real and will continue to shape the future of social media. What's clear is that TikTok's journey in the US has reached a crossroads, and its future remains uncertain. Whether the ban will hold or whether TikTok will find a way to return to the US is yet to be seen. In the meantime, creators and users will have to adapt to a new digital landscape. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this evolving story. Let me know in the comments, do you think TikTok should have been banned in the US, or do you think this whole situation is an overblown concern? Until next time, stay curious.